All right, so today we're going to dive into something really interesting, the business of knowledge. You know, how expert information gets packaged up, sold, and accessed online. And we're going to do it by following a breadcrumb trail that starts somewhere you'd never expect.
Okay, so where do we start? Well, like a lot of these things, it all begins with a headline. Just one of those phrases that really grabs you, and it's one you've definitely seen everywhere lately.
Yep, there it is, quiet quitting. We all know the term, right? This whole idea of just doing the bare minimum at work, pushing back on that hustle culture. It's a total water cooler topic. But here's the thing. The headline isn't the real story here, not at all. The real story is where this headline appeared. And here's the twist. This article, it's not about your typical office job. It's not for retail workers. No, it's for surgeons, orthopedic surgeons to be exact. And just like that, this familiar idea becomes a complete puzzle. I mean, seriously, what does quiet quitting even mean when you're in an operating room? It's a wild thought. So that leads us right to the source. The website is called Ortho Evidence. And let me tell you, you take one look at this site and you know right away, this is not your average news site. This is something else entirely. It's a super specialized professional platform. Which of course makes you wonder, who is this actually for? And it turns out, they're not shy about it. They tell you exactly who they're targeting. So the audience, it's this whole ecosystem of medical pros. We're talking orthopedic surgeons, physiotherapists, even residents and interns. This stuff is absolutely not for your average person just browsing the web. It's built for a very specific community, people who speak the same technical language and need to stay on top of the latest research. And it gets even crazier. We're not just talking general orthopedics. Oh no. The whole thing is sliced and diced into these super niche areas. You've got spine, trauma, hand and wrist, even pediatric orthopedics. It's not just a collection of articles. It's like a whole universe of knowledge, all organized for the absolute top-tier experts. So at this point, we're hooked, right? We have to know what these elite surgeons are reading about quiet quitting. We just want to click and read the article. But this is where we hit a wall, a pretty big one. I mean, that's the obvious next question, isn't it? We followed the trail this far, we see the weird title, we know who it's for, so what does it say? What's the big secret? What are they telling these surgeons? And then, bam, there it is, the wall. To view the full content, log in to your account. That's it. You can't go any further unless you're a member. And just like that, the whole focus shifts. It's not about what's in the article anymore. Now it's about the box it's locked in. Why is this behind a password? Because, you see, that login screen isn't just a roadblock. It's a business model. It's a huge signpost that says what they're selling here isn't just raw information. It's information that's been carefully gathered, checked, summarized, and all wrapped up. It's curation as a service. And what a service it is. I mean, subscribers don't just get to read a few articles. They get these things called ACE reports, which are summaries of the latest research. They get original content made in-house, video interviews with the top people in the field, expert opinions, the whole 9 yards. It's basically a one-stop shop for a super busy professional. They've even got their own custom-built tools. Check this out, OE High Impact. It's a metric that uses machine learning to figure out how important an article is. It's way more advanced than the old school stuff. This is a tool designed to do one thing: save these pros a ton of time and point them directly to the most important new info. Now that is a serious selling point. And hey, if you had any doubt what this is all about, a headline from another one of their own articles spells it out perfectly. Data is the new oil. So you see, Ortho Evidence isn't really in the business of just sharing articles. They're in the business of building this massive, one-of-a-kind database that you can analyze. The real product isn't the article, it's the organized data. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. What started with one weird article on one website is actually a perfect example of something much bigger. It shines a light on this huge tension in our digital world and makes us ask some pretty big questions about information, access, and what things are worth. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? You've got these two sides of the same wall. For the professionals inside, it's amazing. It saves them time, it's all expert-level stuff they can trust, and they get these cool proprietary tools. But for everyone else, for the public, that wall is just a barrier. The information is out of reach, it costs money, and even if you got it, you might not have the background to understand it anyway.
So that leaves us with one last thing to think about. That phrase, data is the new oil, it's catchy, but maybe it's missing a piece. Because raw data, just like crude oil, isn't very useful by itself. It has to be refined. And platforms like OrthoEvidence, they're the refineries. They're the ones processing it all. So the real question isn't just about the oil, it's about the refinery. Who owns it? And more importantly, who gets the keys to the gate?